Welcome to this episode, and in this episode we will have a closer look at exactly what is the stock market and more importantly, how can you make money. So let us head over here to the flip chart. So what is the stock market? What would you say? Comment below what you think the stock market is. Because the stock market, really what it is a market of stocks, right? A market of commodities. So think about it this way. With everything we do, think about it as a marketplace. If you want to buy fruit, if you want to buy vegetables, if you want to buy milk, right? You need to go somewhere. You can't just find it on the street. Well, I mean, depends on where you live. If you have lived with a lot of fruit trees and stuff like that. But most of us, we go to a supermarket, right? We go to the supermarket, and in the supermarket you can buy everything you need. You go and pay, but they are the middle hand basically. They import everything, they get everything into the store, and you can then buy all of these things in here. So you go in, you pay for their service, and you pay for all the food, and then you go out. The stock market is very similar, but except for buying fruit, except for buying vegetables, you actually invest into companies. So you can buy into companies such as Apple, Cisco, you can buy gold, silver. So in short, right, the market is just a place that you can go and access all these amazing ways to actually make money. And that is incredible, isn't it? So we like to look at it this way. We like to look at the market as, I don't know if you can guess what this is, but this here, my friends, is a vault. Alright, let's see if we can make this happen. Something like this, right? And what do you need in order to open this vault? Well, I hope you here answered that you need a code. You need a code to get in, right? You need a code to open this, because it's in here, it's so much money, there's trillions. And that's the treasure box we're looking at. Most people will never have an access code because they don't have financial education and don't learn how to do it. But that's why you're on this course, to learn this. In order to open this, open the market and access money, then you will need a code. And that is the strategy that you're using. So that's part of what we're teaching. So the market is the way for you to access, which is that you can buy then stocks, you can buy shares, you can buy everything you need in order to make money, but you need a strategy. And think about it this way. So every day, Mr. or Mrs. Market, the stock market, comes to you and offers you to buy Apple shares, Cisco, you can buy maybe Microsoft, right? Everything at a certain price, because there's buyers and sellers in the market. The same as it would if you buy fruit. If it's a season and a lot of people are producing salad or apples, then the price will go down because there's a lot of supply, even though the demand is the same. But if, like a stock, let's say Apple comes out with a new iPhone, what do you think will happen with the demand? It's probably going to go up. More people will buy it, if people will invest, the same if the company is making profit. So then the demand is increasing, which means the price is going up. But then the next day some news can come out and it could then go down. So we are then making money on this volatility in the market. So all you need to take from this part, there are a lot of ways to make money here, but what you need to take from this part is that the stock market is a way for us to buy into different companies. So what ways do we have to make money? There's a lot of ways, but the four most common ways, and the ones I want to talk about now, but also in the coming videos, and the ways I want to teach you. Because there are ways such as options trading, you can make money as the market goes down. That's more in the trading section. But I'm going to teach you the more common ways and the easier ways to do it. So what I want to show you here is the different ways you can actually make money. And the four most common ways here, let me take another color here. So if we have a line here, and I want to write something on this side. One way of making money in the stock market is through IPOs. Now, IPOs means initial public offerings. And what that is in the stock market, you have companies that have actually, they are in the stock market. Like Apple has been in the stock market for 20 years, right? A long time. But if you look at an IPO, that's a company that has not launched yet. Some of the more recent ones, like Airbnb, has recently launched. And there's lots of other ones. And even there's a crypto one, like Coinbase is coming out with one as well. So it's companies that are not yet in the market. Now, the one thing I would say here is this risky or is this secure? You would say, is the risk high or low? I think you would say, right, that it's quite high, isn't it? The risk is very high. So if this here represents the risk, right, and there's high risk over there and there's lower risk over here. So the next way to invest in the stock market would then maybe be to buy funds. You can actually buy into funds. This will be to invest in the entire market. So a fund, just to make that clear for you as well, a fund is when you invest into a basket of shares. So if you would invest into Dow Jones, that's the 30 biggest companies in the US, right? The 30 biggest. So you have Google in there and these big companies. So you have all of them bunched together like this, and you can invest into this asset, and then you're buying a fund. And you can write this down as well. Make sure you write it down that if you're buying a fund, make sure you buy an index fund with very low fees. Because a lot of funds, they actually make a lot of money on the fees. And this is a very safe way to invest. Now, maybe comment below, what do you think? Is there high risk or low risk when you invest into a fund? And the answer is, of course, it's very low risk. It's very low risk because what do you think? If you get the average movement of the 30 biggest companies, it's not going to be much, right? And with an IPO, it can really move up and down. But with a fund, it's not going to move that much. So we want to be in the sweet spot, which is in the middle. So the two other ways we are looking to invest here is to do it via, so it's blue chip. So blue, I know what you're asking, what is a blue chip company? But blue chip company, and that could be growth companies. But the other way is also through commodities. Right? I'm going to write commod there. So commodities, but also blue chip companies. So what is that? What is a blue chip company? I'm going to circle this for you as well, because this is what I would like you to focus on. And this is what we're focusing on, because in the stock market, there's over 7,000 or 8,000 different companies you can invest in. How will you ever choose? It's difficult. So that's why we pick only a handful, maybe 30, 40 that we're looking at. And if we only have 30, 40, well, all of a sudden it's a lot easier to choose, isn't it? So examples of blue chip companies could be, we mentioned a few before, maybe you will come up with some of your own. Apple, right? We have IBM. So we have a few criteria for this. So we have Microsoft, and the ticker, the short version in the trading world for Microsoft is SFT, that Microsoft. And then you have other ones. Maybe you can come up with a few. Google, right? You have Facebook. Those companies that cannot go to zero in the shorter term. They have so much money. They're worldwide. But write these two things down. There's two questions you need to answer here. The first one is it a global company? Right? So if I ask you, is Apple a global company? You will say, surely, Dennis. They have products all over the world. Absolutely, it's global. And the second question you must ask, is it also, does it have many product lines? Right? Also very important, because what if they only have the iPhone? You remember Samsung, you know Samsung, right? They had the very famous phone, the exploding phone. So if that was their only product and they totally messed up with it, what do you think would happen to the company? It would probably go bankrupt. But if Apple, let's say their iPhone is not a success, great. They have the iPads, they have computers, they have so many technological things they're selling. So just to recap that, it must be a global company and have many different products. Then you know it's a safe investment. And you say, well, Dennis, they don't move. Well, Apple is up a lot this year, right? And if you look for the past 10 years, it is absolutely enough for us to make a lot of money. You're not here. If you're here to make money quick, you're at the wrong place. We are here to grow your wealth or make cash flow for you. So we need to put the foundation right. So we're not here to teach you how to invest into IPOs. It could be very exciting, but we're not here for excitement. We're here to make you money. Yeah, is that okay? So comment below if that's what you're looking for, because that is what we're going to teach you. So these are really the 4 ways we're looking at here, but we're going to focus on these two in the middle. And the next one next to blue chip companies are commodities. And just to name a few, you can actually invest into gold, into silver, and we will teach you how to do that, by the way. So gold and silver, platinum, right? There's a lot of those. But I like silver more because silver moves a lot more. But can silver go to zero? No, it's worldwide. They use it globally. So write down below, what blue chip companies are you looking at? Or what commodities are you looking at? And so comment that below so we can see what you're looking at as well. So this is the way we're going to make money with this as well. We are going to show you how you can make money with blue chip companies, investing and trading. So all we're really asking here, right, because this will not take a lot of time. It will probably take you around 20 minutes a day once you've learned the strategies. So you can actually do your job, do your business. Eventually you can only do trading and investing if you want, but you will get the best of both worlds because you can do whatever you're doing now, and then you just take 20 minutes each day. Could be instead of watching Netflix, instead of doing something, maybe go up 20 minutes earlier even. So then you can trade, invest, and do whatever you're doing now, which is amazing. So that's what's so beautiful with this, and it's so easy to learn, and which is exactly what we will take you through and guide you through during this course. All right, so right below, what blue chip companies are you looking at? What commodities are you looking at? And that will be an interesting discussion that we can have. So in this video and episode, you have now learned what is the stock market, and more importantly, how can you benefit and make money from it.